Good morning, Santa Clarita, and welcome to Aging with Power, sponsored by Comfort Keepers and Home Care. I am your host, Myles and our show focuses on the challenges and the topics that we face on this journey that we call aging. We begin aging from the moment we take our first breath. And although our show primarily focuses on adult and senior issues, we will from time to time visit areas of the entire aging spectrum, from the womb to the tomb. Our subject matter experts will address concerns and questions to empower us to make informed decisions. Now, we'd love to hear from you too. This is live. We are interactive. So if you have a question during our show, feel free to call in 661-298-KHTS. 661-298-5487. We can address your question live, or if you are the shy type, you can just relay your question to our sound engineer, Justin. Say good morning, Justin.
Morning, Myles.
And he will relay your question to us, and we will still address it because preparation is knowledge, and knowledge is power. And we've got a lot of power for you today. We've got a great show in store for you. We have the entire hour to talk about the new Jewel of the Valley, which is our Henry Mayo Fitness and Health, which maybe a lot of us don't even know about, but you will after today. And there are some misconceptions out there of what the new Henry Mayo Fitness and Health is. And joining me in studio today, we have Sharlene Duzick, the Member Services Director, and also Katie Cianci, the Clinical Social Worker, not just for the fitness and health, but on a different levels of a lot of different things. So Sharlene and Katie, welcome to Aging with Power.
Thank you.
I know you guys are busy, so I appreciate you taking the time out to come out here. So before we get into the nuts and bolts, I do want to make an announcement well, first of all, happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's
Katie's wearing
Day.
red, if you guys couldn't all see. She looks like a little wrapped up heart full of candy.
Oh.
And Sharlene, yeah, you're in your hidden fitness and health stuff, but that's okay. I'm not wearing red today either. I don't know why, but yeah. So happy Valentine's Day, guys. Hope everyone has someone special to take care of and say how special they are to you. But also coming up this weekend, kind of last minute notice if you don't know about it already, but it's the largest fundraiser of the year for our local Santa Clarita Valley Senior Center that does so many amazing things over there at the center that ranges from supportive services and home delivered meals, but also a lot of activity and socialization that goes on at our senior center as well. But it's the annual Celebrity Waiter Dinner, which has become quite the event annually here, and it's coming up this Saturday on the 18th at 6 p.m. It's the main event starts at 6 p.m. The cocktails actually begin at 5 p.m. But for those of you who are not aware of this event, it's themed each year, and I should have written it down, but it's something about music and buy the music or let the music play or something like that. But bottom line, all the tables are themed. People dress up. They have an amazing time. There's a live auction. There's, obviously the end goal is to raise as much money for our senior center and the services and the programs that they have over there. But there are still tables. There's only a couple tables. I talked to Jennifer DeHaven over there this morning, and they do have some tickets and tables available, just a couple tables. You can buy individual tickets. So if you have a hole in your calendar and can support our seniors, go to scv-seniorcenter.org. Again, that's scv-seniorcenter.org, or you can call the center at 661-259-9444. Ask for Jennifer DeHaven and join the party. I'm bummed. This is one of the first ones I'm going to have to miss in over I don't know how many years. I'm out of town, but they will have my support and spirit, and others, of course. But anyway, scv-seniorcenter.org. Go to the Celebrity Waiter Dinner. Support our seniors and all the programs and the amazing things they do over there at our center. So with that said, we're going to take our first break, and then we're going to come back with Sharlene and Katie from Henry Mayo's Fitness and Health. And it's going to be a great hour, so stay tuned. Join us. And you're listening to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to Aging with Power. I'm Myles on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. And if you're just joining us, we are going to be talking about all things health and wellness today, because with me today we have Sharlene Duzick, the Member Services Director, and Katie Cianci, the Clinical Social Worker of Henry Mayo Fitness and Health. So with that said, Sharlene, again, thanks for joining. I know you guys are running around like mad ladies today with so many things going on. But so let's talk about Henry Mayo Fitness and Health. So many people don't even know about it yet. So many people have misconceptions about it. So take it away.
Well, first off, I want to touch a little bit on why the hospital put this facility together. As far as our mission, it's to improve the health of our community through compassion and excellence of healthcare services. That doesn't just go on post-care, it's on the preventative side. And one of our strategic imperatives is to be attentive to the needs of the community. So doing that supplement and doing that outreach and being a partner with the community and a part of their health prior to coming to the hospital when they absolutely need them. So that's where this stems from, is having a fitness facility that is that one-stop shop, in a sense, for your healthcare needs.
And it's important to understand that it's not just a standalone health club. I mean, Henry Mayo's footprint is all over this. I mean, there's actual outpatient physical therapy that goes on there as well, correct?
Correct. So the facility is about a 54,000 square foot facility that encompasses fitness, which is the activity component on the preventative care side. Then you've got education, giving you the tools to be successful, which you'll hear a little bit more about today. In addition to that, having outpatient physical therapy there as that branch between, because it makes sense to have that fitness component bridged with that as well.
Absolutely. And as far as just being the health club, there's so many different, I know we're going to talk about every aspect that happens over there, but as a standalone health club, I mean, you mentioned it already. I mean, preventative, recuperative, if that's a word, but then also just as far as you maintaining your health and wellness.
Right.
So as a standalone health club, I mean, I've only been over there a couple times, and as I said before this show, I'll probably end up joining my third health club of the Valley here. But I mean, what you guys offer just from that scope of things, it's amazing. I mean, hands down. I'm not going to name the names of others that I belong to that I think you guys put to shame, but just the workout facilities, the variation of machines, and not only that, but the experts that you have on property.
Right. So I always ask everybody, what exactly do you know about our facility? And I always describe us as a hybrid facility. I mean, we are there, the caliber of individuals, as you stated, is very different than what you'll see in the standard community. And of course, you would think, being affiliated with Henry Mayo, we want to make sure that you get the best when you're walking through the door. Also, having outpatient there helps us bridge that by saying, okay, so now we have another component that if you do get injured on the premises, we can refer you over and get you taken care of. But also, our staff and our training staff are required to be having a background in the knowledge base of kinesiology, physiology, so we have to be well acquainted with the spectrum of individuals that come through our doors. And it's really exciting, but I think the biggest misconception that we do have is that we're not open to everybody. And that's one of the things that we want to defeat, is that we are a fitness facility that anybody off the street can come in to get support from. And it does not matter if you've never been physically active before, all the way up to an athlete that might need some assistance because they've been injured. And we have individuals that have never been injured a day in their life, but they just want to come and take care of themselves, but maybe want some reworking or reorganization of their workout and some support in that fashion.
Well, I think the bottom line for folks to understand is, and we'll talk about just the standalone health club feature of you guys for a minute, is, I mean, a lot of times you belong to a health club and you walk in and you have maybe a couple jarheads on the floor and what have you, but I mean, because you can injure yourself so easily if you don't know how to work out properly or use the weights or the machines properly. So just as a health club, tell us a little bit about who you have, as far as if someone walks in. We can talk about so many different ranges. I mean, you've got high school athletes, you've got baby boomers, you've got midlife folks, and you've got our seniors who a lot of times lose sight of the fact that their muscle mass is deteriorating exponentially. So weight training and resistance training is so important for our seniors as well. So someone walks in from the street and they want to join the health club aspect of Henry Mayo Fitness and Health. Guide me through what happens. I mean, are they assigned a tutor, a mentor? How does that whole process work?
Well, number one, their first visit starts off with me. I want to understand where they're coming from because, there's a fit for everybody. And as far as fitness is concerned, and sometimes things that motivate individuals might be that blaring loud music. So, but for the most part, a lot of the folks that are coming through our door usually have something that's happened to them. Whether I will say what's prevalent is I've seen knee injuries, I've seen back injuries, spinal stenosis, degenerative discs, and these are folks that can be as young as in their 30s, and then as, folks that are getting older and might see that deterioration in their joints. So I want to help understand what they're looking for because each of the trainers that we have on staff have more of a specialization, a different type of background. If I have somebody that's very athletic and might be training for a particular event, I will probably stick them with somebody that has had that background coaching D1 athletes, as opposed to maybe somebody that has had a little bit more therapeutic background. So it starts with understanding who they are, what they're looking for, and matching them appropriately with that person that has that experience and background.
And having a roadmap to do it. I mean, how many times as all health clubs do, I'm sure you saw a spike after the first of the year with everyone's New Year's resolutions, and they jump in there, they overdo it, they're sore, they can't move, and they say, to hell with this, I'm not going to do this anymore, because they jump at it too soon, they don't have the guidance, or you have that ex-athlete that thinks they can jump in and do the workout they did 20 years ago and be able to walk tomorrow. Right. That's not quite the case. So once that person comes in and talks to you and they're assigned to that trainer, as you said, then there's a process where that's their person from then on out, or pretty much they just sort of like...
That is their connection. I mean, we are definitely about relationship building because we spend that intimacy and that time understanding, sometimes medical history, sometimes medication history, because that's going to impact what you might be able to do. If you have anything that you might be diagnosed with, then you have to be attentive to the heart rate range that you have to stay in. So it's going to vary from person to person, and we want to make sure that we maintain that relationship and that intimacy.
Cool. We're going to take our next break, and so we'll continue the conversation when we come back. And now she's been sitting over so quietly, we'll kind of involve Katie Cianci and see what her role is over there, and really start to peel back this big old onion of what is Henry Mayo Fitness and Health, and the opportunities and great stuff that it offers for us. So don't go away. You are listening to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to Aging with Power, folks. I'm Myles McNamara of Comfort Keepers and Home Care on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. And we're talking Henry Mayo Fitness and Health over on Town Center Drive here in our lovely Santa Clarita Valley. As Sharlene Duzick, the Members Services Director, said at the top of the show, is that the misconception is that it's not open to the public, and it is, folks. It's an amazing gym, fitness center, if you will. So if you haven't visited it yet, we'll give you, exactly where to go and how to do that. But as Sharlene gave us the overview of all the different things that are going on over there and that's available to you as a member, now we bring into the fold Katie Cianci, who's a clinical social worker at Henry Mayo Hospital, but is also very much involved with the Henry Mayo Fitness and Health on a lot of different educational and class levels. So again, Katie, thanks for coming over and joining us today.
Thank you.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about Katie and kind of what your role has sort of evolved into here with the new facility.
Okay. So I'm a licensed clinical social worker at Henry Mayo Hospital. I'm primarily in the intensive care unit. I've been practicing mindfulness meditation for about 2 years now, and I was asked... Mindfulness meditation.
Mindfulness meditation,
yeah,
okay.
Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness is a practice. Meditation is a part of that. So I was asked to provide education at our community education department that's actually located at the Health and Fitness Center, and it was a pleasure for me to do that. So I've been offering, I think this week will be my 5th class that I've offered, and I'm really excited to bring it to the community. It's a free service, so it's a free education service that we're providing. We have other classes as well that we offer.
Now, you don't have to be a member. These are free to the public, but you don't have to be a member of the Health and Fitness.
Correct. Yeah,
or
so
fitness and health.
Yes, it's part of our community education program.
Nice.
Which is a wonderful service that we offer. It's also very convenient for the members of the fitness center because we're just downstairs from the main gym area. And we offer the classes in the evening. So currently, we're just starting out with one of the mindfulness class, which is on Thursday, every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. And the other classes that are offered are actually through our dietitian. We have a registered dietitian that offers education programs like fad diets, behavioral eating, let's see, any others, diabetes prevention, spine stabilization. So she offers some of those services as well.
Where the dietitian talks about spine
Well,
stabilization.
That's
I don't
from
know.
physical therapy.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want some of that because I have a terrible back. Give me
Okay,
some of
so
that.
that's physical therapy.
Okay.
So we do have a physical therapist that also provides education as well. So we're just starting this program now. We're looking to offer more education programs. We also offer grief support group. I also facilitate that. It's on the first and third Thursday of every month. We also offer a stroke support group, which is once a month as well. That's going to start coming to the center, I think this month or
it's this month,
this month. And then we'll be offering other support groups as well. We're just in the beginning stages of developing this program, so we're really excited about it. If anyone is interested in registering for these classes, they can go directly to the website, which is henrymayofitness.org. They may also call the main line, which is 200-2300, so 200-2300, and register for the class. So did you have any questions about mindfulness? A lot of people have some misconceptions about what that is.
Well, you could probably assume that all my thoughts are misconceived. So, why don't you, let's talk. I mean, because I know a lot of people, when you hear about my meditation, they'll make a quick joke about and move on.
Right.
But I mean, it is so important with the daily stressful lives that we lead to take that time to bring your pressure down a little bit. So let's talk about it, expand on it. I mean, what do you see as the misconceptions when people, maybe are exploring by calling and saying, what exactly is it what you do? What are they misconceiving when they come to your first class? And then what can you expect to achieve? Is it kind of a one and done, come as you will? Is there a process like the class 1 starts today and it goes through class 20? I mean, just kind of explain how the whole thing works.
Okay. So some of the misconceptions are that mindfulness practice is a religious practice, and it's not. It's actually a practice that's been around for at least 6,000 years, and it's been a proven practice to reduce stress and extend longevity of your life in many ways. So it does impact overall well-being. The practice also provides improvement for memory and focus, reduces any anxiety and stress. It helps with posture as well. So for the spine, you mentioned about the spine, that was spine stabilization. So we do teach about proper posture when you're practicing mindfulness. So there is a part of mindfulness there is a meditation component to it that you can use, but there's also mindfulness can just be mindful eating. So paying attention to the flavors and the texture of your food. It could be being outside and paying attention to the leaves that are falling, or the sky, the blue sky and the clouds that you see in the sky, or the ocean, sounds of the ocean. So it's just really being in the present moment, paying attention to something in particular, and then and if you have any thoughts that come in, also paying attention to what those thoughts are in a non-judgmental way.
And again, so I used to do this, and I don't even know where it is now, and I got away from it, but it is so, because I used to have one of those big, what do you call the ones that you turn it upside down and the sands run through it? It's a timer or whatever. But I used to have one twice a day. I used to always turn that over and just shut everything else out and just focus on your breathing and focus on those sands. Because again, we're on this hamster wheel and we're all running. We always feel like we're 5 minutes behind, and we flop into bed and we're up the next morning and we're doing it again. And that can take a toll not only on your mental but on your physical health.
Absolutely. One of the things that we mainly focus on is the breath. So often we're holding our breath and not realizing it, especially when we're stressed, and that can affect all of our organs in our body. So the breath is really the life force of our body and our overall health and well-being. So we do focus on how to pay attention to our breath and use it for in those instances when we're stressed or we just need calm and relaxation.
Right. Well, we're going to run away for our next break, but let's continue this because again, the mental is so intertwined with the physical, and I think we all get away from that. And then, of course, we'll elaborate more on some of the things that we can expect over at Henry Mayo Fitness and Health. So don't go away, folks. You are listening to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.